Uh,
Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna ask, what kind of happened at the end that kind of turned the game around, that you guys finally got some momentum and got on a run? Was there anything specifically that happened?
Oh, I think we turned up our defensive pressure. One, we got some steals, turned them into transition baskets, and we had three freshmen on the floor the last couple minutes, and they gave us some great energy. And we're fortunate that Alicia hit her free throws at the end, but we we turned the corner. And I think when we hit a couple of those transition baskets, I think it gets you hyped. And we were fortunate we didn't look back.
Coach, you mentioned that stretch at the end, last 2 minutes. Freshman Gabrielle Wilkins hits a free throw to put you up 57-56. They come down, bring the ball. Karina gets a big layup, big rebound off a contested shot. We go down, hit another layup, and then Karina gets the steal. Or Keel gets a steal, and Karina hits a layup on the other end. Put you up 6 with a minute to go, and then Alicia hit the 6 free throws in the final minute to finish it off. Just talk about that stretch a little bit.
Well, that's kind of stretch I was talking about, is that we created points and offense from our defense. We really struggled today offensively getting into rhythm, and I think part of that was our first 2 games. The good thing is we had some 2 games there where they weren't close games. But on the other hand, we had to learn to play when we were down. We had to learn to play when the game was close, when we were up 1, when the game was tied. And I felt like we were pressing in the first half. It was an especially ugly first half, and I thought we took too many quick shots. The other day we hit those shots when we were open. Well, we didn't hit them. We were 0 from the 3-point range, and we were too quick to pull the trigger. The other areas, the first half, is we didn't come up with the majority of the loose balls. They turned those loose balls into points. The second half, especially at the end, we were coming up with all the loose balls and turning them into points, and that was a difference in the game. I felt like if we had hit our free throws a little bit better in the middle of the game, we could have extended that lead a little bit earlier. But really, when you look at it, for the most part, we were playing catch-up.
What was your biggest worry with that North Texas team coming into the game?
Well, one, it's a big game. It's a crosstown rivalry. The kids know each other. I think they come in, they play well, and I thought North Texas played extremely well. And they shot the ball well and moved the ball well, and I thought we were the ones that were tighter. I felt like for a long time we played not to lose. But for me right now, it's just I know we're going to have a lot of freshmen on the floor, and a lot of new people. Karina Baker's new, even though she's not a freshman. And when you have so many young players, it's going to take time to gel. We're going to make mistakes, but by making those mistakes is how you get better. You just hope that while you're making those mistakes, it's not as costly as the game.
You mentioned those new players. You have 4 new faces on the floor tonight, and Karina and 3 of your 4 freshmen. How much does a game like this help them grow up?
Well, it's first of all, it gave me a few more gray hairs, that's for sure. But I think they needed a game like this, and of course it's easier to say that when you're on the winning side of it. But I thought actually our freshmen performed pretty well under pressure. We had a couple of areas in defending on ball picks that we didn't do what we were supposed to. That cost us points, cost us 5 points. One on a drive, one on a pick and pop situation that I talked about after the game. I said, when we make adjustments, the hardest part is, as young people, you got to remember those adjustments when you're out on the floor, and it gets easier and easier as you go through it. But we're fortunate we came out with the win. We were gritty, we were scrappy, we had energy, and that's what youth brings. That's what young players bring. They bring a lot of energy, and I don't think nobody brings more energy than Gabby Wilkins.
You mentioned Gabby Wilkins, a freshman playing in her first game, 4 of 7 from the field with 11 points and 5 rebounds. She's a smaller player, but she plays like a much bigger player. Just emphasize her a little bit more.
Well, she's a great rebounder, great offensive rebounder. She crashes. If you got Gabby Wilkins, you got to pay a lot of attention to her. She can elevate. She elevates on her shot, and I'm gonna tell you what I like about Gabby. She's got swagger. I mean, she plays with a lot of confidence, and you see it. and she doesn't back down to anybody, anything. She doesn't get intimidated. She doesn't play scared, and that's what you need in a game like that. You need a player like that, and when a freshman can go out and perform like that, there's going to be a lot of good games ahead.
Not a lot of time to celebrate. Right back on the floor here in Moody Coliseum. Monday night, you got Arkansas Little Rock coming in. What do they look like this year?
Well, they have a fantastic sophomore. I know she had 33 the other night. I think they play today. Most importantly, you said we're back here at Moody, so we don't have to travel. But they have been very, very good the last couple of years. We had a heck of a game up there and really beat a pretty good team up there last year. So, this year I know their offense runs through their sophomore quite a bit, and she's tough to contain. I mean, she's a really good all-around player. So we got to go. We got to work on free throws, number one. Probably got to rest our legs a little bit. Thank God we got a day off tomorrow, and got a couple days, at least 2 days to prepare for them.
Well, thanks, Coach. Enjoy the win. And again, fans, we're right back here in Moody Coliseum Monday night at 7 o'clock against Arkansas Little Rock.
Appreciate it, Travis.